your signal out. Let's do it. NZDJPY for a buy. NZDJPY for a buy at 41. So we're a little late start. So we're going for a buy at 41. So 91%. It went up here to this high right here. I respect this little level. A breakthrough here with this one. Let's see. Since we have a late start, we're gonna watch this. It depends on what this candle does, but I felt like, all right. So if this candle close green and continue to go up, then I will go in because we're trying to get to right here. But let's see, or I can go in on the next one. Well, let's see. All right, it's didn't close green, but it's close. Going up 162. All right, 302. 302. Alright, so this kind of felt a little rush, but let's see because it was a late start. Alright, so let's go. This is day 3, guys. No, this is day 4. Yeah, this is day 4. We want this to keep going up and touch here. Day 4. So let's see how day 4 work out. So it didn't go up. I would have loved if it closed on a green, but it didn't. So let's see if we get on the second one. Alright, so that's the second one, go entry. Let's see, 551. Alright, let's see. As I said, this entry fell a little rush. I should have just wait for the next one, but sometimes it happens. I wanted to start on the new one. First of all, this didn't close in a green, and I said if it closed in a green, I was going to go in. I didn't stick to that, and I thought just because pretty much a doji go in there, didn't, and then I even thought like going on the next entry, the third entry, this entry as my first entry. So let's see. Yeah, sometimes I'm not gonna get it right. As you can see yesterday, I don't always get it right. But let's see if we get it right on the second time around. 3, 2, 1. Alright, this is the win. Alright, so we win. So welcome back, guys. This is day 4. So we start off, we win in this one. So we're gonna commit phase. Right, 163 again. So well, what I want to say today is like, sometimes I know we say we're gonna do a discipline challenge, and me going straight cold turkey is kind of impossible. And anything you want to change a habit of, going straight cold turkey is like way of destruction. So taking it day by day. My biggest thing is to when I get my 2 losses to stop. And that's the most difficult one. What I try to do is eliminate the easier one for me. So the ones that 80% and above, that's easy for me to look at. Me analyzing the chart and make sure like what I see makes sense and the direction of my bias, because everybody has their own bias. I can read this candle and say, hey, it's gonna go up. Somebody else says it's gonna go down. You know, it's like a split right there. And sometimes we got merge out rules. So conform to my own bias. Even here, I said if it closed green, I go in. I didn't. It didn't close green, and I went in. Become red. right? So these are the things that I'm trying to work on more better to analyze these things. And I feel like these are the easier ones that I want to tackle first. And I will get to the four losses in a row, the two signal in a row, um, to come back to tackle. There's no music in the background, and I wanna just talk to you guys for a second. So yeah, so these are the things, and I'm ticking off them one by one, like from my rules. Uh, See, like these are 80% and higher. I can do that. Like I'm working on these because sometimes it's tempting to go in. I don't want the 79 and the 78% because I usually do those, right? Analyze each setup before entry. I don't do these things. I when I have the bot, like when I do my own strategy, that's when I do it. If the setup doesn't make sense, doesn't go in. I did that on, I think, day two when I know it wasn't going the direction in that I wanted to go, and I still enter for a sell on this whole upward trend, like continuous upward trend, and I still went in there and do not enter the trade. So these are the things that I want to work on and don't rush entry. And if I can get these right majority of the time, then this become less. This become less. I know I will get the four losses in a row sometimes, right? The two signal loss, but if I can work on these and better understand the chart and analyze the chart, this rules become less. So I'm gonna work on that more, work on this more than ever, so I can better understand the charts better and give me a better understanding of what's going on, you know. So yeah, so if I can do those, then I have better understand. So this is a 78%, right? And these I used to take these traded. I used to take these trade because they win. Sometimes they win, and I used to take them, and I didn't have any problem take. I used to take every single trade. I used to take 39% trade when the bot just came out. Then I go to 70. I wish to go. I never go less than 78. So yeah. So this one say for a sell at 48, sell at 48, which is the next candle. So I used to take these trades, and yeah, so I'm trying to look for a high probability setup, better probability setup. Look for them, analyze the trade, and like I don't have nowhere to go. The bot run 24/7, so if I can analyze those and get to those points and see like okay, I'm gonna lose, I will lose, but if I can avoid minimize my losses, that's better. Minimize my losses are better. That's saying I'm getting better at trading, and because the loss gonna be there. But if I can minimize my losses, that will help me become a better trader and understand the market more, right? So this is supposed to sell at this candle. Right now it's going down, and I feel like you're gonna win because here this red candle close below this sell buy mark. So normally when this happen, the next candle go down. Said normally it don't happen all the time. So I always use that as an indication of that. And this is a nice body red candle. So this gonna be a close win or a close loss based on what is going on right now. So right now it's so that's a close loss, and then you'll see. But sometimes these low payout is a loss trade. So we'll see. So the first one is a loss in doing that. So hopefully this video is shorter than the other ones. I'm trying to make them short as possible, but I just wanted to talk to you guys um about how I'm approaching this, because I know I said yes, it's a discipline challenge, and now this becomes green. So this one predict to be red, right? And it become green. So now this turn into green. So let's see if it's gonna be the opposite. Because as I said, my previous strategy is down here. This look like it's gonna be a win. This payout never change. So Let's see if we're gonna continue because the last one comes down here. But look, let's see. This look like it's gonna be a win. Yes, it's a win. It's a win. So we'll wait for the next setup and we come back. All right, we have another one for a sell. Cat JPY. Sell at 55. Right. So first thing first, it's 92%. We're going for a sell. So how this look? So right now the market is going like sideways. So every time it come around here, it always go back in the opposite direction. So that last high right here, or you can say this candle, but in this zone right here. So we're going for 55. 55 for sell. Right. So let's see what we're doing here. So this is the last stone. So we're trying to see any pattern of anything green. We haven't seen a long green candle like this. So we have to like go way back there for that. So the last long green candle was this one, and it came in next green candle. So the longer one. So let's see. So after this candle closes, it's supposed to go for a sell. We want this to continue go down. This one is a tricky entry. I don't like these ones. So I'm not confident about this one, guys. Honestly, exactly like the direction. So this green one normally becomes a red one. So it's for a sell. There's a gap, so I'm gonna go in. I'm going late on this one because I saw the gap. See if I was right. 303. If this is a loss with a big candle, I may not go in on the second one, but let's see how that goes because it may just come back into this zone and test it and come back down. I think what's working for me is my entry. I could have waited a little bit more, but let's see how this goes. Because I said I wasn't confident about going in the first place. So it's coming close to my entry. So let's see if we're gonna get that pullback. I gotta break even, so I'm gonna stay out of that one. I get a break even, so 163. I could have go in again, but it's late. I didn't want to mess up my entry, so it becomes a break even, and it was a gap. So yeah, that was on me not to go in at the same time, but it's fine. I didn't lose the trade. I get a break even, which I didn't expect to do, but it's fine. There's a way gap up because you open here and there's a gap up, so you may just go that flip and go up there because of that gap. So me not going in is fine. It may fill that gap or it may not. It may do it on the next, but the fact that it come all the way down here and wick, it's fine. But I said I wasn't sold on that first, but I'm good with it. I'm good because that happened so fast that I didn't have time to react on that trade. So it was a win for the bot. So I'm okay with that. So like I could have went in, but it happened so fast that I didn't have no time to react. Because normally when you get a doji, you don't go in there, but the bot didn't get a doji. I did because of my entry. Because I was a straight loss on the first one, and then there was a gap up. So and then I don't have enough time to react. So I'm like, okay. So we wait on the next one. Alright, we're going for a buy for this next candle. TBP ADU. So it's at 88%. We're going for a buy. at 402. So we change this to 88%. It wasn't a loss, by the way. So 141. 141. So let's look at it. So first, we got this confirmation that we can go into the trade. 88%. Right. So now let's look at the chart. So these little highs right here, it broke them. Really good. So now coming back to this high, we need this high. For it to continue going up, it needs to go there. So right now it's like a W shape. So after this candle close, we're going for. You don't need a speaker. Your phone's real volume is locked. So, right. So what we want is this to come up and hit here. Right, that's what we want. Here, keep back hitting at this high. So it did the work, could close above these highs and this one, these highs, so 1, 2, 3 times. So let's see what's gonna happen with this candle, because we're going for a buy. Alright, I don't like that he pushed down that much, so that may not be good, but let's see. 268, 268, yeah. The fact that this red candle just gave momentum like that, it should have been a sign of me not going. But I have to make a decision. Like, you have to make split decisions sometimes of what you want to do with a trade. So once this, I just wanted to continuously hit out that high. The high is high. It's the own candle high. So every time it come up and hit back that wick, it helps better for the trade, because it keep stay in that position, in that upward moving position. So hit it again, there we go. Yeah, so that's another win. 141, that's a win. We'll take that any day, you know. We come back again. 141 was a win. Alright, commit phase. You go to 92. Reset again. Now we'll see you again. Alright, this other one are going for a sell. Right, so 92%, good. Right, so this one breaks this high, this previous high right here. It breaks this high right here. So I'm gonna put a thing right here, and I'll put a second one for the zone. Easy. Guess what? I don't miss it at all. Here's why you should download the DuckDuckGo browser for free right now. It works like Google and Chrome. And I'm gonna go across and see where the next eye at. I take the ads off. Right, so we're going for a sell at 8. Here's why you should download the DuckDuckGo browser for free right now. Alright, so like we can't find no more highs right now. So let's see what we have in front of us. Alright, so we're going down. So we're selling at 8. Alright, so let's see what we got. It went up, it touched there, come back down, wick 2. So we need to close below. We need to close here. That would have been nice help for us to close there, below there. So like right there, below there. But let's see how this works out. All right, we're gonna go in. See what happens. Um, One thing I could say is I could not have gone into the trade is because a close or equal to right here, the last high for this one. So that's a good plus. It didn't break the high right here. So let's get the net trade amount. Ready? 304, just in case. 4. What we don't want is to break in highs, right? So this was the last high right here, and then if you put it up here, this is the candle high right there. So we don't want highs to be broken. We want it to come back down here and keep taking out these candle lows, right? Some healthy breaks right there. This point, it looks like we're gonna get the win. So yeah, so that's good. You know, it's a good. That's good. But I was looking for some more volume because this one I wanted to close red because it came down here hoping it closed red and gave me more confirmations if this was gonna be red. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you need that, like 1, 2, like you see these two, this break turn around and you get that other one, and you need those sometime confirmation. So we win on that one. Commit phase. The next one is 165. So we win on 164. So we're gonna do 165. 165. So we wait on another one and we come back again. Alright, we're back. Euro, JPY. Let's see. So this is for a buy at 14. Alright, 84%. We will change the payout. There's 122. 22. Alright, so we're going for a buy at 14. Alright, so let's break this up. We're gonna go highs. So right here, we need breaks there. It went up there a bunch of time and I keep respecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Went up there, respected, right? So let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So let's see if we're gonna break it. Because it went up there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and respected. This is the 7th. So let's see what's gonna happen with this. Because this is the flatline like high that it need to break to start like a really up, because it come here and then it just pretty much go into a curve, sideways movement, right? So this is what we want. Based on pattern is like a red green pattern. So we're going for a buy at 14. I don't know if this is a good buy or not, but let's try it out. Whoa, that's a nice jump that I will love. So it breaks the high. It breaks the high, which is a good thing. So 122. So 237. 237. Right, so let's put our thing that what we want to happen. We keep breaking it. You break it. So what I'm hoping for, just because it breaks the high, because it tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 7th time it closed above the high. So hoping for that close and this long wait give the momentum for this one to put buyer in control, right? So that's what I'm hoping for. So let's see. Alright, it breaks that again. And I like that momentum going up. So yeah, that's good. So this candle gave us the momentum because it closed above all these previous highs, right? And we get a wick, so that said, okay, seller, started off and then buyer fully took control. Even it's not a big body candle, it did. And give us the momentum up for this one, right? So I like that this the fact that this closed in green for this week. So it gave us some momentum to get to this one. I don't at this point I do not care about this candle because I'm not going to trade. But if you were doing like a stop loss where you put your entry and all that stuff, you still need two more candle to confirm your buyer. So you would need this one, this need to close above this one, and then maybe a third this one close there. So you like, okay, I can go in that direction. But at that point, I don't need it because I'm not doing that type of trade, right? So we went on the first entry, all right? So we'll come back again when we get another signal. Also, with this candle, there was a little gap from the close to the open. It's not a big one, but it was a little gap, so it filled the gap. So that's another thing to take in consideration. So now you see this would be the confirmation candle. If this one close like this, then you can take you to make your entry above this one, and then you put your stop loss like somewhere around here in that zone. So this would be the confirmation candle because you get this broke here, right? You need the confirmation. Some people that make it go up and retest here and then come back up. So like for here, some people like, okay, I will take it in upward direction. Then like, okay, get the retest and then go back up. You know, so like those type of trading. So but I don't need that one because we're not doing that type of. But some people do that in this type of trade. So you can put your stop loss, your take P up here, like right here, for a tiny trade. So right here, and your stop loss right here is like a nice, you know, little entry. Right. So the next one we here for is USD JPY. We're going for a buy at 20. Right. Right. So first 92%. We're gonna look for this. This is the first thing we're gonna look at because this is gonna tell us we're gonna trade or not. Right. Then we look. All right. So we're going for a buy at 20. Right now, the market is technically going on an upward trend, but it's like sideways currently right now. So here what we want, because we're only going off for 1 minute. We need this to be broken, right? We need some good momentum to be broken that way, right? We need a big green candle to come up here and something like this to come up here because we're supposed to take the trade at 20, right? And it just keep going sideways. So we need first, we need this to be this right here to be broken. We need the candle to close above that line right here. Or close, yes, we need to above this line right here. Because then it's going to give us some momentum to push up. Currently it's fighting. What we don't want is a big red candle like this and close below this. Because then it's naturally going to go down. Right? Naturally going to go down. So we're going to sit and watch this trade play out. Because we're going for a buy. And I don't think I'm gonna go into this one. But let's see. Wait. There's a gap. This may be a win. I'm not gonna lie. This may be the win. But I'm fine with that because I wasn't comfortable. There's too much stuff going on. Too much stuff going on. But we'll watch it play out. We're not gonna feel FOMO. As I said, this one didn't close anywhere up here, right? This may be a win. I said maybe, but we're gonna watch it close. I'm not gonna be FOMO because at the end I can go in a late entry and things like that, and it can flip and win. But we're gonna watch it play out because there's a lot going. There's nothing really going on to say, hey, go into that trade. The only positive I would get is going to the next one late when it come down here. That's the only thing I would say. And then these three like indecision candles. That's the only thing I would do. Going into late, come back down here, touch it, and then go for that. But we haven't seen enough rejection to say we can go in there late either. Cause this one I could have go in there because it go up here like 3 times. This not giving me that much rejection to say go in there, right? So yes. So at this point, I'm glad I didn't go in there. So, cause to go into a to flag move that candle, you have to get enough rejection to flag move it. So these ones I could because it go up and come back down like 3 times. So the third time it come back down, I could have be like, okay, once it hit here again, I will go in. This one didn't. It just barely give any rejection and it didn't come back to the opening. So there's barely a wick and that's a loss. So good for me not going in, and anybody who trading right now on the bot that went in and lost, sorry that you didn't read and all that stuff, because yes, they could say, okay, these are like indecision kind of like they don't know where it's gonna go in. Like this is like a doji, they know where it's gonna go in. So yeah, and then they gave me this nice fluffy body candle. There's no way, and then it closed below the low, this low. So that's another indication that it's going down. I could have taken a sell, but we wait again. Right, I digress. Alright, the next one we're going for a sell. NGN. 92%. We're gonna sell at 27. Right, so it's 92%. We're gonna sell at 27. Right now it's going up and it's trying to come back down. Right. So what we want, so we don't want to go break this. We don't want that. We want it to come back down, close below this, and continue coming down. So that's what we want. See that zone? Yes, that's what we want. Right. If you're wondering why I'm not putting up the bot on the screen, is that if I put the bot on my screen gonna be small and it's not gonna be effective for me to analyze the chart properly. So I see more when I do that. Alright, so one thing I want candle to close this candle to close below this line. So I needed to break this line because the next entry will be on the next candle. So that's what I want. So we in this little area of sideways movement. Shoot. So I need this to be red and break below this line. That's what I want. So, but that's the reason why you don't see the bot on the screen from my previous video. The other video I wasn't analyzing the chart that much, so now I'm fully analyzing the chart. So I want that. So that's my thing. Alright, so we're gonna go into this trade. Oh, my entry is not the best, but let's go on. 308, which we wanted to continue push down. If we wanted to continue go down, it needs to break this, close below this little low right here, and continue pushing down. That's what we want. And for anybody waiting for this setup, because people will sit down and wait for this setup, as I said, like as I put in the previous chart, where they wait for setup, wait for confirmation to go down. Like you could put your entry right here, you can enter right here and continue. Right, some people will wait for it to break whatever level you're trying to break, but you could put it here because they may see right here, I'm going to enter here, put my stop loss somewhere up here at a wick, and then put your take profit somewhere down there for a level, right? Alright, so enter. Alright, so reason behind this entry is one, this candle didn't close anywhere up here. of the open, right? To give me an indication that buyer really full in control. Then we have wick. Even though we don't have wick below, we have wick at the top, which means some seller come get back some momentum. Also, we had a gap up, we got a gap down, so we have to fill the gap, right? So one more good entry. So now we could do this candle that I went on, close below this low. It didn't break the wick, but it closed below there. So this gives you the momentum for starting a downward trend. To start in a downward trend, it's not fully a downward trend, but it started a downward trend. So yeah, all right. Wait on the next, make the next signal. Also, if you look down here, it's the first time in a long time that it come up and actually have a downward trend motion on this bar thing. So now if you look here, this candle last time was tiny, and then this one start below the line. So now we having a full-on downward trend, and see if we're gonna continue going down. So if this close way down here and then the next one form below it and not above, then we have something going on. Nope. Alright, we're here again. We're going for a buy at 33. Right, 92%, we're going for a buy. Right, so what we want is this to be broken and close above. That's what we want. So this looked like it going back in a downward trend. It went sideways for a while, then it coming back down. So we want this to be broken for it to go up. So that's what we want. Currently it's going back down. So this is visually a downward trend. If you look at it. Shoot. Now breaking this low right here is about to not a good for us, because then there's this low right here that's gonna look like it's gonna break. Right, so the next candle we have to go in, we need the next candle to like close way above here. If this candle like breaks this low and close there, then that would be a good trade to go in. Right, so we're in this zone that we need a breakout from either side. So you know when you go trading, you say you need a breakout, this is what we need. The breakout in either direction, decide what type of trade you go, if you buy or sell. We need one. And we need this to be like up here. Like up here, break up here. To give us something to work with. Right now it's not giving anything to work with. So push it up, push up some more. Alright, let me go in this trade. Alright, let's see the outcome of that trade. 310. I don't have no confidence in this one, but let's see. See if I can get, if this go back down here, I'm not going in again. But then you can look at the pattern, red, green, red, green, red. Then next one will be red, green. So as I said, I do not have confidence in this trade. This look like it gonna break, but let's see. Because one, I wanted this one to close up there, even Steven, but I didn't even see the pattern before I went to the trade. But let's see, it's close by. Normally go to this side and see. Okay, so I get that, I win that trade. Let's see if the bot win. The bot did win, so we both win. So that was a close win. I said I didn't have a lot, but alright, we have, no, this is supposed to be the red. So I assume based on the pattern we're gonna have a red, but it didn't happen, but we win. So we'll take the win and go from there. Commit phase 168. Because I wasn't confident in that trade, honestly, because I don't think my entry was really good either. But hey, we win, we're not gonna complain about it. And if you can see the lines that I drew, it break out to the downside. So now you can be like, okay, now normally I'm not saying on this specific thing, but when you draw those lines and you get that breakout, normally this would be the one that breakout. Then you need the confirmation candle, which will be this one. And then sometimes like, okay, let me get the retest for it to come back up here, then go back down. And sometimes that will happen, and then you take that breakout, then you go in the direction of the breakout. Your TP will be in the direction of the breakout, and the top, your stop loss will be the opposite direction. So yeah. So this will be like your confirmation candle. Then like, okay, I confirm. So there's a breakout. This is my confirmation candle. Or you wait on this one to be your fully confirmation. Or you wait for the retest to come back up here. Then you come back down. Some people do it either way. All right, we have another one for a buy. Euro chef buy at 39. So 92%. So generally, it's like it's like a zigzag, right? So now it's going back up. So for it to continue in the really upward direction, this is the high that it needs to break in, and then they have to come and break this high. We're going for this high first. What we want, because we're going at 39, we want the next candle to come up here, to come here, break this in continue. We need a green candle for it to continue go. So we're gonna put this back up here as a placeholder, and we're gonna put our alerts on. Right, so this is good for it to turn green. This is good sign if we close green. Good, green, good. The only problem is there's like a little gap right there. So we need this to be green to break this one. We need this to be green to break here, which is good, and close above there. So we put on our alert on. Oh, feels snuffy. And we need this to come back, and we need green. We need a good body green candle. Good. Then if we're gonna continue, we need it to close above these highs. Not a wick, I need to close. So right now it in that direction. It's a good sign. By the way, it's a good sign. Because as I said, the next high is here that if we want to continue to go up, it's there. So we're in that zone again. So sometimes it's good to trade zone. Zone is good. Okay, you don't really have like a iron like that. Zones need to go. So once you hit your zone, you know where you're going. Some people trade zone. Right, so my entry was late, but it was great based on this. Right, so we close above that. All right, so let's see the results are gonna happen. 312. So what working for me now is my entry. It would be nice if I got it right here, but what working for me now is my entry. So whoever get it right here, good. So it breaks where I want it to break. It did break. So that's the or alert. So it break there. So it just needs to continue going up. It keep breaking there. That's good. So what works for us in this trade, right? Win, lose, or draw is this candle, the previous candle, a nice body green candle close above these lows, these highs. The only thing it didn't do is do the wick, but based on that, it close right there, above right there, not above, right on the high with a good, nice body. No lot of wick or anything. So that's what worked in our favor to continue these little upward trend right there. To continue this little upward trend. If you look at this trend right here, you get some wick and it continued. There was no red candle in there for that little trend going on. So now we in that zone where it didn't respect this high, it break the high. Does it gonna respect it now or not? We don't know. We can have to sit and watch. But once it goes, so now you there, you go up, you go in that zone, right? This candle can maybe a red or not. So that's how you work it out. All right. So that was so guys. 4 phase away to get to today goal. Um, the last hour. Let me show you over here. Last hour recap. This is the hour that we just traded in. Um, it's an hour, but on here is 45 minutes. That one loss that we avoid that we didn't go to, and then this one I think was the doji that I get, but the bot didn't get it. But the second one was a win, so we're okay. We did good. So the bot got 8 win, one loss. We have 7 wins, one doji. So our percentage is better off, better percentage than the bot in that hour. So that's a good thing. So we did really good, and we're going good. So now we just need 4 more phase to complete it. To complete our our today's sessions. I was gonna do 2 different sessions, but I'm fine with doing one session so I don't have to post 2 videos. So once I get the full works of this, then I will let you know how it works. So we do have another signal. We're going for a sell USD max. So we're going for a sell at 45. So it's 88%. You can see that's good. So we change it 88%. 146. And we're going for a sell at 45. So let's look what we have. So you went up, it come weird way back down. So let's see what we want. Alright, we're going at 46. We want closing here. So this cannot break up above here. I would as I said when we go here, I said normally you would get a next green candle because it break this, or when it breaks down here you get a red candle. So let's see what's gonna happen. We want this candle to come down here. That's what we want. We want a good body red candle to come down here. That's what we want. Nice body red candle. A good body red candle to come down here. Come on. So we go in the trade at this close. Right, we're in there. Right. So this is what I wanted. That doesn't mean it's gonna be a red candle, but that's what I wanted. Right, so let's get ready for another entry. 277. Sometimes it's just what you wanted. Right, sometimes it's not what you want the chart to tell her, but that's what I wanted. I wanted that. So now I don't want that. I wanted to continue breaks down here. This level right here that I marked, I wanted to continue coming down here to keep hitting it. I don't want a close loss or a close win already. I don't want that. And I don't like it staying up there. Come on. Come on. So I go across and see I need to go back into the trade or not. Right, so that's a gap. And so that's a loss right there. So that's a gap. So let's see. Is that 87%? Did I get the last one at 88? That's fine. Couple cents off. No, what we need, we don't need a wick candle. We need this to go down. Here's a gap. A big gap. So I hope it fills that gap. That's what I want. But it still haven't touched. It's barely touched what I want. It keep coming there, but it not touching what I want. See that's what I don't want. And this turned green, so this is not what I want. So I think we're gonna get our first loss today, guys. First really big loss. Let's see. No, we didn't lose. That was close. Let's see if the bot wins. Yes, the bot wins. But that was scary. It didn't really fill the gap that much, but it did some job. So it's better than nothing. But as I said, I wanted, like, I didn't like the fact that this one's come red because I wanted to be a nice red candle and close to here, but it didn't do. But I wanted a good body red candle. So I almost not going to trade, but I'm glad I did because I want to get that win on this. But it is what it is. We get it on 87%. We'll take that. We just off by a couple cents. So we win here on the second entry, coming phase. Go back to 92. 170. As you can see, I start off at like 140 something at 92% or 120 something, and now we compounding over cents. So I'm good with that. So we at 170 now. So we wait on the next signal. We're going for another sell, guys. This one is GBP, JPY, GBP, GBP, JPY. Sell at 57. It's 82%. So we're going for 82%. So it's 115. 115. So you notice when the percentage go down, my trading amount go down. So I'm fine with that. So all right. So 57. So here's where we at. So this is the low that it just break, which is good with a nice candle. We come into this low and then you come to this low. So if you do a rectangle, there's this zone right here. For it to continue going down, you gotta break here and just break this zone. So I'm gonna do talking about zone, I'm gonna draw it as a zone. I like this cell, by the way. So here, see where I draw this? Yeah, break through these. That's what the zone I'm talking about. So now I need this candle to come down and close. I need a heavy, nice red candle. We're selling at 57. Right. I need this to be a nice red candle. So my alert, I'm gonna set here. It just break that alert, so that's good. So now I'm gonna set it on the box. Then I don't like that it's going back up, but I'm still going for a sell because I like this as a sell. By the way, all right. So it break that first alert that I set. So let me get set up for the next trade amount. I like the sell. That doesn't mean it's a good trade. 227. 227. Right. But for it to continue go, we gotta break through this entire zone right here. Right. So I needed to keep coming back down here and hit that previous low that it hit again, or come to the previous candle low and keep breaking that low. As of right now, it's not giving me anything. So let's see, not giving me nothing. All right, let's see if this is gonna be your first loss. Whoa, that's a gap. It's gonna fill that gap. It's gonna fill that gap, guys. Yep, it will fill that gap. It's gonna fill that gap. 393. I don't. 393. Man, this gonna be some crazy win. You see that gap? Let's see. Let's see. We got 22 seconds. You see that gap though? Whew, that's a gap up. But I like it. I like it. I like it in my favor. I just don't want it to be no weak. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. That gap? Alright, so we win it on the second time. So we win. Alright, coming phase. 92, 170. Well, I feel like I didn't win anything. So my win was 186. Yeah, I feel like I didn't win anything because I gave up 115. So I get couple, I only win back couple cents back, honestly. Because if we add these together, 115 plus 227, right? 12, 4, 342, and I only get back this. So I only get a couple cents back in profit, but it's okay. We're back to where we at. We still need 3 more wins to get to our destination. So we need to be at 52. 50, 52. Yeah, we need that much wins. Alright. We may need only 2 wins based on it. If we had do this amount, yes. But it's fine. Alright, wait on the next. Alright, this one is for a buy at 4. It's 85% trade. Right. So we are 85%. 131. You wonder like why don't I just use the same a couple cent different? I'm fine with what I'm doing when it come on to the percentage. Right? We're going for a buy. Alright. As we all know, this is the high. Right. That's the high. Right. So it breaks. We needed to break those highs. Currently breaking those highs. See where the next high at. So we can mark out those zones again. Zone trading is good. Alright, so we went back way back. We can't find anything. Alright. So what we need is this candle to close green and come because it's respecting the high now. They're respecting that because it come here, so it come, so this is the high. It come try to get there, didn't go up there. Attempt again, and it come right here, respect it. Come right here, respect it. So based on previous things, it comes a long green red candle comes, bunch of red. Long red candle comes, bunch of red. This going for a buy. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait, and it went up to 92%. So let's see. This may be a win, but I didn't. I'm looking at the. Oh, it didn't close. The other one did close. This didn't close, so I didn't see that. So if it do come back down here, I will go in. But if not, I will take the lose and loss and done. So I'll just take it and done because I wasn't ready for that entry anyway. 170. Because I was looking at patterns, but I see that it closed. I thought this one gonna close below. It didn't close below. So that was my thing. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Look like it's gonna be a win, and that's a win. We missed that one, guys, but it's fine. It's really fine. That's a win for the bot, and I don't feel bad. Here's why. Because I was looking at every time there was a long a red candle, what I didn't realize is it closed lower than this blue little mark right here, right? So that was, I didn't see that it didn't close there. But I think I made a good decision. Then it went down to 39%, right? This one, it closed below, get a red. This one didn't, and it get a green. But it's still good. Good thinking of not going in. Good thinking of not going in. Alright? So we wait again. Let's see how we're gonna do. We still need 3 more wins, and this session is done. Alright, we're back again. Euro NZ. Alright, this is 77%. This is for a buy at 10. So currently it's 77% and we're going for a buy at 10. We're going to watch it and see if this change. Otherwise, we're not going to go on the trade. So, but for us to go in the trade, we need this here. Need a candle to close above this. Right, currently this one looking like it. Right, we need the candle to close above that. Even this one or the next one. I would love better for this one to close and then the next one just keep going. Right. So currently that's good. So we close above there. So that's good. Now after this candle close, we're supposed to go in. Right. Now I need this candle to come close right here. Right there. Or close to that. It's still 77, so we'll wait and see. We're going for a buy, looking for a buy. So it's not doing what we want to do, it's doing what he want to do, and it's always going to do what they want, you want to do. So, for whoever going into this trade, you do not want it to close below there. So we're supposed to be going for a buy on this candle. Ooh, we closed there, so let's see. We're going to watch it play out. So it's supposed to be a buy on this candle. So currently we barely have to no wick. So that's a good sign. It went down to 76 from 71, 77. So this indicator is supposed to be a red. This said it's supposed to be a green. So let's see. Currently look like it's gonna be a winning trade. So see it play out. It gonna wick somebody out? It did wick somebody out. So currently it's lost. So now it's going. This is the second entry. So you wick somebody out. So let's see if you're gonna go up again. We're watching this one. We're watching this one, guys. Not entering. We're not entering because it is a low payout, 76%. The rule is 80% and above. Rule 80% and above. So this first entry got wicked out really at like 2 seconds, like really got wicked out. So let's see how this one goes. If we're gonna get wicked in. Just download the app, snap your items, add a detailed description to your listing, choose. Should have 15 seconds left. Alright, let's see if we're gonna get another wicked out again. Let's see. Pretty much. So this one looked like a loss. So this is a loss, guys. And it's fine. It was a low payout. We didn't do anything and it's a loss. For this one is this candle. This one closed below the last one, right? And you would think you're gonna win, but it just wicked out. So yeah. We'll wait on the next signal. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Chef. Chef NKO. So this is 79%. We're going for a buy. Let's see if we're gonna go up. It's at 17 for a buy. Oh, it went down to 69. No luck there. So if it don't change by the time we supposed to go in, I'm not gonna let you watch it. So first thing first, we need the candle to close above that. Right? Good. But what we really need is to come up here and close above that with a nice little body. So buy at 17. So and it's 69%. I don't think it's gonna jump. So the next candle we should be going for a buy. If by that time come it don't change, then I'll just wait for the next signal. The last one was a loss. So let's see. I'll let you know when they come back if it was a loss or not. So we got 30 seconds left. It's low payout, so we're not going into this trade. So if when I pause the video the payout go up, I will come back. But based on this, it's gonna be a loss. So we wait on the next signal. So it was a winning trade on this candle. So yep. Sometimes the low payout do wins. So wait on the next signal. Alright, we're back in. Alright, we're going for a sell on this one. Alright, USD IDR. This is for a sell at 23. So I feel like we haven't do any trade in a long time. So sell at 23. Alright, so what we got? Currently sideways. Right. So lows. This is the last one, not broken. So we're gonna go down here, way down here. Right. Alright. So this green candle give us a nice body green candle. You would think it's gonna continue. Didn't, right? So what I want, I need this to come down a little bit. Come down. Alright, come down. Nope, that's not what I want. That's not even what I want either. Because then we have a big gap right here that needs to be full. We need to sell on the next candle. And that's a big gap that needs to be filled. Right? So let's see what's gonna happen. There's a big gap there that needs to be filled. I don't know when it's gonna be filled. But let's see. We need to sell. And this is the low that we need to get broken. And we need to sell on the next candle. So let's see if the gap gonna get filled on the next candle or not. Let's see. We're going for a sell on this one. Break through that low. Good sign. Alright. Entry is nice. Not it's nice. 316. That doesn't mean anything right now. Because it's going up. And it's a healthy green candle. Currently. So what's working for me right now is my entry. With an entry right here, big loss. So look at that. See that gap that needs to be filled? Yeah. Yeah. So that's that healthy green candle we're talking about. Yeah. And I figured they're gonna go try to fill that gap. I'm still going back for a sell again. Even though I don't think it's a good idea. But we'll see. The gap still haven't get full. So I'm still going back for a sell again. I just yeah, so put my marker on. Yeah, as I said, the gap didn't get filled, and going through the second one, I don't think it was a good idea. Sometimes you just go in there and do it. So this may officially be your first last live. So let's get ready for the next entry. 577. But let's watch it play out. 577. See if we're gonna get wick in. Put it over there. I always watch it from there. Let's see. We're gonna get some wick in. My entry is good. but it's not that good enough. So that's our first loss. So we'll take that. We've been doing good all day, and that's the sell that we needed. But it's fine, guys. We're fine. We still need a couple more wins. We still need 3 sessions to complete to get to our goal. So as I said, 2 losses in a row. We good. So we're gonna wait and come back again and see. Guys, you see that you notice that I said it wasn't a good time to go in, and let me explain. So it did a gap down, right? And that should have been an indication of me not going to this trade period overall, right? But I did. But before I even go into the second entry, I said it's not a good idea, and I did. So I break the rule of if the setup don't make sense, do not enter. I broke this rule today so far, right? So this is the one that's like I said, these are the ones that I'm trying to get right. Because if I get these right, more rights, then I will get less of these, less these. So all morning will be all video I've been trading and I'm getting all the setups and I don't go and I didn't get if if it didn't make sense. And this one I totally tell myself it didn't make sense and I go in there and get what? I get a loss. So lesson learned is work on these and I will get less of these. Right? So we wait on the next entry and come back. Alright, we have another one for a buy. Alright, this is 85%. We're going for a buy. So this is what we have right here. So 85%, we set that up first. 624. My trading amount went up. Alright, 624. Alright, so we're going for a buy at 30. Right? So what we got here? So we got a high right here. Currently it's like on a little trend going up. So what we need a nice green candle. Nice body green candle. So first is break this high. By the way, that's the candle that I need. So we're going for a buy at 30. So this is the high going across. So that's good. So what we need is candle. So keep breaking that. See this last high, we need the candle to close above that one. So we need that going on to keep breaking that, which is good. That's a good sign. We're gonna go on for a buy after this candle close. Alright, so you keep breaking that high. Keep hitting this same kind of high. That's what I'm talking about. Just keep going back to that wick. That's good. So we still have like way up here to get to. So we're gonna go in for a buy after this candle close. Got some delay with my entry. I don't like that. But let's see. 11:57. 11:57. Alright, so what we need now is for this candle to come back to this wick and keep taking out where my entry is, to keep taking out that wick. It continues to go up. Because right now it looks like it keep taking out the going down wick. We don't want that. We need to keep taking out this wick up here. This one. See. So close to my entry. See if I'm gonna get wicked out or not. Alright, so we get that win. And we're back in there. Alright, so we get back in. So what I need to happen. So you're going our way. But the moment it breaks these little high right there with some good two good body candle, that's a good sign right there. Sometimes it come back down with a red candle, like right here. Sometimes it does come back with a red candle. So we did win that trade. So we need two more wins or one more win, depends on how percentage works. Right, we're back with another one. YER USD. So this is a 79%. This is for a sell. If the price do go up, I will come back and see. So it's a 79% sell at 36. So if the price do go up, I'll come back. If not, I'll let you know the results. So guys, the price didn't the payout didn't change, but it ended up being a loss. First, this is the first entry right here. It went up here, it touched the high, come back down. Then this one closed above the high. So yeah. So we wait on the next signal again. Alright. We at ADU, JPY, 84%. Alright, so going for a sell. So let's look at this. So go in 84%, 84%. So it's 173, right? So we're gonna get that work straight first. 173. Alright, let's analyze this sell, right? So we're gonna sell at 43. Right now, this little high right here that got broken, right? This little high right here got broken. And now the next, we're going, actually we're going, this is the goal, right? We're gonna take out different levels. Different levels, right? Doing different levels. That's far right now. We're not looking that far ahead. So, and we're going for a sell after this candle. So we gotta analyze and see if this is the best trade we can go in right now. So the next little high is right here. That candle right there. Won't even see if it got a wicker. We're gonna go on top of it. Right there. So that's the next high, right? Currently, this candle high is not broken. So what we need is this to finish is a nice red candle. It did it, so we're not gonna enter. There's a gap, so I can enter on that gap because of that. So that's my only reason for entering this trade. So let me set up for the next trade amount. 380. That's the only reason I go on that trade. 380 because of the gap. So let's see if it works out for me. We're going for a sell. All right. So let's see if it works out. We just needed to continue come down and break this low, right? That's what we need. Just continuously come down here, and we good. As long as it don't flip, we be good. That's what we need. Just continuously come down here and touch this area, and we'll be good. As I said, the reason why I got this trade is the gap. Nothing else. Nothing else. So we win that trade, right? We win that trade. Like, I only go in this trade because of the gap that created. That's it. Right. So we win that trade. 171. So we're one win away from getting where we need to be from a phase. So one session away, and we were good. So 172. So that's a good see on my part. I'm thinking really fast because that's all I see. I saw the little gap, and I'm like, that's a risk that because if I lost, I wouldn't go in on the second time. I wouldn't make a second entry because it would be hard for it to just because it's going into a sort of upward trend per you know what I mean? And it make like almost a double right here. So that's my only reason I'm going in that trade, period. Right, wait on the next. Also, that was the hourly recap. So let me show you the hour that we traded a while ago. So this is hourly recap we just traded a while ago, right? 1, 2, 3 losses. We got one of these losses. This is the loss that we took, the one that I stipulated go into, but we're okay. This one was a low payout trade, and I think this was also a low payout trade, or I just didn't go in. So we did good. We did good. So in this session we have one loss, and we have all these other wins, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 wins and one loss. So that's good. So we'll wait on the next signal and then we'll come back. Alright. Alright, we're back. USD BRL. USD BRL, we're going for a buy at 49. Alright, let's look at this one. Going for a buy at 49. We need one more winning session to complete. So we're not going to rush because we're trying to get that win. Currently, the charts is not looking our direction. Currently. Because breaking this low, going straight down. Right? So what we want to happen here. Break this and close above it. You know, it's not looking good in our direction from first look. Because remember we talk about zone again. Let me do the rectangle one. Because we're gonna do the zone again. Just saying, we in this little box right here. And this is the top of the box, this is the bottom of the box. So we're gonna do the top of the box to the bottom of the box. Right? We at the top. The break depends on either direction, tell us where we should go, right? And we want it to break that way. Buy at 49, right? So this could still be a win, but I don't like my chances. Especially like, look at this, right? This is like a bunch of indecision in this box right here. So this is what I'm talking. I don't like my chances with this. Because the more often, I feel like it will go this way, dude, that way. Yes, it's gonna close on a green, but I still don't like my chances. So I will wait. There is a gap, but I'm not. I don't confident in this gap. This may win. Honestly, it may win, but I don't like the chances. I don't like, and the candle is not giving me a consistently moving. Now it's moving consistently. So I don't like my chances here based on that. These candle over here. Yes, it's close green. Yes, it may be a win. But as I said, I don't like my chances. Like what's working for it is barely have a wick here. It never have a wick, so that's good. So now, if I should go in and trade again, then I will go in the second time. But this is a win. We wait on the next candle, and then we next signal, and we come back again. Let's say we only need one more win, and we're not gonna rush. All right. We're back for another buy. TND USD. It's gonna be a buy at 55. Alright, TND USD, we're gonna be buy at 55. Alright, so here we have this little high right here currently. Alright, we need it to get break back. You're going back towards the upward direction. Right, that's what it was going. This red candle come down here, break, and it going back to there. It respect the little high twice. So let's see if we're gonna connect. So we need to go up at 55. As I said, we're not rushing to get that last win, by the way. So we was waiting to get that good setup. Alright, so what we want is nice green candle to come back up here. Right? Come and close above here. Nice look green candle. I need a nice big green candle like this to close above here. So we put on our signals on. Right? Currently, it's not going the direction we want to, but let's see. We need a nice green candle. Right now, he's making a lot of indecisions, right? So let's wait and see. We're buying at 55. Alright, so that's the candle that we need. We need it to stay up there. A nice green candle to stay up there. If we can stay within that position, we're going for the buy. Oh, I'm late. Alright, so we in at 72, 319. I was a little late. I didn't even realize that the candle closed. Alright, so what we need for this continuation to be up is to keep taking out eyes, right? That's what we need. So we need it to go back to take out its previous. This candle. This is current candle high, right? We need it to go back, right? That's what we need. Right, that's what we need to go back up there and keep taking out the candle highs, right? So we need to complete one more session to finish our daily goal on the profit side. So let's see. Currently, it's not going in our favor. Let's see if we can go back in again. All right, so we're in there again, and let's see the outcome. 319, 582, 582. I really don't want this one to be the loss because the other one was a good entry, and this looked like it's gonna be, but we'll wait and see. All right, we'll wait and see. Because one thing I can say is for this trade is this green candle didn't close above anything, so that's my fault. So we wait on them to the next trade again. So that was my fault because it didn't break anything. If you look, this is where the green candle closed. It just This is where the green candle closed, by the way. Come on. This is where the green candle closed. It didn't close above anything. So me think it touched it. So me thinking it closed there, then. So that's my fault. So that's a loss. We wait and come back again. So I'm gonna analyze this trade offline and then because look, it like the biggest thing it didn't close above anything. It just touched it, and yeah. So yeah, and then this one closed red, closed below everything the last previous candle, so I shouldn't have gone there for a second time because of that. So I didn't pay that any mind, right? So that's on me. And then there was no gap, so yeah. So we wait on the next signal and then we come back again. So that's on me. And there's another thing I want to point out too, like 2 hours. I've been trading for 2 hours, and this is the reason why I said I want to stay in the market as less as possible because we've been trading really good, and we only had one loss up to the point. Now we have two loss in quick sessions. So what I need to do is bottle down and look at these entries really better because from the start we had wins, like succession of wins, so we're so we got the first trade was a loss, and then when you look, we go one, 8. Oh, come on. One, yeah, we go 8 in a row, something like that. So we just need to get back in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 in a row. Then we go back 1, 2, and then so we need to get back on. We need to get back in there. So all right. So we have another signal, ADUHF. This one is a low payout, 76 for a sell. Right, this is a low payout 76. If this payout change, then I'll come back. But yeah, we need to get back on track because the next thing gonna happen is I'm gonna have two losses in a row, and then I didn't reach my goal, and I was like one win away from reaching my goal. So I don't want that. Okay. So this looked like it's gonna be a win. The price didn't go up, so it's a win. So that's a win for the bot and anybody who took the trade. So let's wait on the next signal. Alright, KES USD. This one is for a buy at 8. Alright, so buy at 8. I'm not feeling this buy, honestly. We need candle to come up here, way back up here. Right now it's breaking these lows. So between this and this is a zone, and it breaking the other side. So let's see the play out. So the buy is at 8. So let's see how this is gonna play out. If we're gonna have a breakout here, then that's gonna be a sell. But let's see. First thing we want to happen if we need anything to go in a buy way is something come up here and close above that one. Right now it's going in, breaking out these lows, all of these lows from previous lows, right? So that's not a good sign. And then this is the low right here that he's going for. So say that zone, we in that zone, right? So I don't confident going in this trade as for buy because I'm looking for a good setup. All right, so we're going that way, the way that we wanted to go, but it's not enough. This candle didn't give me enough. It's like an indecision candle. It didn't give me enough to say, hey. So it didn't close equal or above here. This may end up win, but it didn't give me enough. It's an indecision, so it can go anywhere. Now we still at that point. Take this out. It's still at that point where we're gonna either way breaking this low or this right here, right? Is in that zone where break either way could. It may win, but this candle didn't give me no confidence, right? This candle don't give me no confidence. I see it's breaking this low right there. There's a low right here that needed to get taken out. So this didn't get no confidence. So I'm not gonna go. I said I'm not gonna go in the trade. At first I get excited because it was coming up here. It didn't. So there's another low across here. Let me go across. Oh, where am I at? Did I miss the low or something? Anyway, but let's see if we're gonna win. So there we go. It may win on the second entry, but first one, not confidence. And then when it lose on the first one, no, I wasn't gonna go in. So we wanna wait again. This may win, as I said, it may win, but this candle didn't give me a good entry. And I was busy over there looking for stuff. But yeah. So we wait again. We're looking for high probability setup. This wasn't a high one. Yes, it gonna win, but it wasn't a high one in my book based on this candle close right here. This candle didn't give me no indication of say, hey, we're gonna go in green. It came up here. If it did close up here, I would have better chance of going in. Well, look at this one. May wick out somebody. It win, but it wasn't a high probability. So we'll wait again and come back. If you look at the last trade, right, there was a trade before the one I lost, the trade before this one. That was a winning trade. Even though it was a winning trade, I didn't enter and win. This one, I had better hopes of going in this trade, but I did make some mistake on that trade. This one is a winning trade, but I didn't have, looking at this, it wasn't a good trade. Even if you go in there and win, it wasn't like a high setup trade. It's like, okay, let me just click in there and hopefully win. The best entry would be down here when it come down here, right? And when it came down here, it just give me one resistance. It didn't come back to say, hey, it's gonna go back up again. So it came down here, and I'm like, okay, you lose, right? So it didn't give me anything to say indication of it's gonna go in that direction. This candle show it came up here. If this candle has give me a green and close above this one, I would maybe go in a trade, right? So we'll wait on a new. All right, Euro GBP. All right, this one is for a buy at 15. So let's look. All right, what do we want? All right, so the last time this candle come up here, give us a nice green candle. That would have been good, right? It didn't break this high right here, but it break the previous these little highs right here. What we want to see, we want to see candles come back up here, right? Come back up here. So 15. That's what we want to see. And this is a good sign. So what we want, that's not a good sign anymore. So see this high? So this candle needs to come way up here, like a nice body green candle, like how this look. Come up here, close either here or above it for us to get some indication of going up. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Because right now it's just going like sideways. So that's what my indication wants. See, that's what I'm looking for, getting it. Right? So it needs to keep hitting this high right here. So two things I want. Close. All right. Oh shit, I went in the trade too early. Too early. Oh, let's hope I don't. All right, so 1041. Okay, 1041. I didn't even meant to hit the buy button because I was waiting on something to happen. But let's see. All right, so this candle, what I wanted it to do is close above this one. It didn't. It almost equal, right? So that didn't happen. So that's what I was waiting for it to happen. This looked like it's gonna wick me out, which I don't want to wick me out because I don't like that, right? Because it didn't happen and I mistakenly click on the candle because it didn't close where I wanted to do. But let's see if I'm gonna get any luck from this one. Because if it don't, I don't think I'm. All right, let's see. Going in again. All right, so this is my last chance of winning. And this is not even a good entry because it's with me out right here. Does that mean seller back in control? So I don't like that entry either. So I may have to do another breaker ruler thing. So don't like that. But let's hope for the best, guys. Let's hope for the best. Let's see. Okay. Let's hope for the best. I like this. I like this. I like this. So I like that. But this wick me out right here, it just knocked me out the park. So let's see if we can avoid that again. So far so good. We have 50. So we win on the 1050, 1041. So we win that one. So we need one more win. 333. So we good on this one. 333. That first entry was a mistake because I was waiting for it to close. It didn't close where I wanted to close. It closed enough, but it didn't. So I was waiting and I clicked on it by mistake. But even when I went in, I didn't expect a wick it wicked me out. Well, let's wait on the other one. That's still make close. So let's go. Wait again. So look at the bright side. We do not have two losses in a row, so we don't have to break any rules today. So far, so good. So let's fingers crossed. Let's finish it. We just need one more win to complete this session and one more win to complete our goal. So let's wait and see. All right. I'm just thinking about everything, guys. All right, USD COP 85%. We're going for a sell, right? I'm just thinking about everything, and 361, 85%, right? Yes, and we're going for a sell at 22. I'm thinking, right? And I like the rules that I set. So what we need to happen for this sell? All right, so this breaks this here, close above. What we need, we coming back down here. That's what we need. We need breakage. We need breakage. We need breakage. Coming down. We are 84 now. 165. 365. We need breakage. So first, here, close below that. Then, come down. I need a healthy red candle. So we're gonna go for a buy after this candle close. And I need some healthy red candle. I need breakage. Alright, that's good thing for me so far. So you break this one. I need it to close below this. And a healthy closer too. Healthy one. Alright. 4, 3. Okay. It went back up. We're waiting. Waiting. This may be a loss for me, but we wait. It didn't happen what I want. It didn't happen what I wanted, so we wait. Wait. So I wanted to close below here. It didn't happen, so we wait. I didn't want to accidentally press sell again or enter the trade. So what I wanted didn't happen, and it keep going back and forth. Said he may win, and I'm okay with that. So let's see. Let's wait. It's one of those flip flop, undecided, going back and forth. Is like punches after punches. Right. Even though it closed red, it didn't still give me the okay to go in. So let's see. So there's a gap up. Alright, so that the first entry was a loss. Let's watch and see about this second entry. So I didn't want to come over here like what I did and press sell and then, so I'm okay with that. So we didn't get any wick right here. We didn't get any wick right here. So it's good for people, for buyers. Alright, now going on. It tempted to go in as a late entry, but I'm not. Because we're not getting no wick down there to say, hey, you're going to go down. Right? So, there we go. That's the win. That's the win. And I'm fine with that loss. I'm fine with me not entering this trade. Because it's one of those that could have went anywhere. And a win for the bot. Let me tell you. So, this one didn't close down here that I wanted. It went up, which is a good decision. This is a gap right here, and there's a lot of indecision going back and forth, right? Yes, I could have entered when it go up here, but it didn't give me no chance. It come up here maybe 2 times, and it just keep floating right here. So it didn't give me, indication of saying it's gonna go down. So let's wait on another trade again. I said one more win, and we out of this phase, but we wait again. We wait. See, same like it doing here, going back and forth. This is what this go until it decide it want to go red. Buy sellers win, right? Buyers gonna win, and it's fine. All right, we're here for a sell at 29. All right, so low is right here, and then the other one is down here. So they're not far apart from each other, right? So we're selling at 29. It would be nice if I got it like somewhere up here, and enter on this one. But let's see. Sell at 29, 89%, 345, 345. All right, let's look at this. Currently going down, and then there's another low right here. So we're going at 29. All right, so here, zones again. So zones. We haven't get there yet. So let's see. This is an interesting one because it's giving us wicks now. It's giving us wicks now. So but it's still going down. These two nice healthy green candle, good. These this one is not bad. So it's giving us wick now to see if we're gonna continue. I want this to stay a red candle and I need it to give me a nice little body. You're supposed to sell after this candle close. What can happen is, see coming down, we get that one green candle and come back down. So let's see. I still like it for a sell, regardless. So I'm going in. I like it for a sell. All right. 732. All right, so we're gonna move the bottom one, come here. The bad thing about this, my entry is not the best. So I wanted to keep taking out this previous low, come down here and stay down here. So that's what I want. I wanted to stay down here, where it's at currently, down here. For it to continue down low, it gotta break these lows, right? This one and this one right here, for it to continue go down low. What may go against me is my entry, right? So let's see. We're gonna go over here, see if we're gonna get wicked in. Alright, so we win that trade. So what we learn out of all this, right? We wait for a good setup, right? So which one did we win? We win on the first entry, right? Yes. Alright, so we complete this session. Common phase. So let's get a little recap. 155. Not the right one, but so what did we do? We end up in a situation where we almost had 2 loss on the row. We wait and find good setups. This one, and we wait and find good setups. We didn't rush, even though there was some trade that end up winning. We didn't rush it, and that's the good thing. That's why I said when I go back to my rules, if I can win at these, I will get less of these, get less of this. Win at these, I will get less of this, and that's one thing. If I can win at these, the more win I get at this, the less this happen. And we did get our goal, right? Let's mark that on over here. And thank you. I know it's frustrating. We trade for over 3 hours, 2 hours, right? On my end, we trade for 3 hours. But this is day 4. We did good. I break a rule, but that rule is way better than the ones that I broke into. This is the rule that I break today, right? So that's good so far. We're doing good so far. So day 4 completed. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow for day 5.